Business add-ins is the most frequently used enhancements concept in the recent projects, wherein we will be understanding here the classical business add-ins which we used to use in the past, and then we'll be discussing about the enhancing programs using the classical baddies. How do we enhance a program using classical baddies? Then we'll be understanding the explaining the additional details of business add-ins is what we'll discuss. So describing the classical business add-ins, how do we do that? So what we'll see now. So a business add-in, how it actually works. Basically, if you have a SAP standard program, in the standard program, uh, SAP, in the standard program, we'll find a business add-in definition. Just like we have a class definition and class implementation, we'll have business add-in definition and business add-in implementation. The business add-in definition will be found in the SAP program, and we'll see how to find them in the later coming sessions. But here we are discussing that there is a business add-in definition which is by default given by SAP. Now we will find it, and to that business add-in, the business add-in definition that we have, we are going to do the implementation part. And this implementation can be done from the various implementations. So one single implementation can be used in various different add-ins, business add-ins. So for example, here there is another business add-in definition. It might be some in other program also. For that, whatever implementation we are doing, that implementation can refer to the same we can refer to the same implementation. We can do that. Now what are the business add-in components? Now here we have a business add-in interface which we are going to see. So business add-in, how to find the business add-in is also we'll see. And let's say this yellow one, what you can see here is the business add-in definition by default given by SAP, and this blue one which you are seeing is the business add-in implementation. So business add-in class will be by default generated. So there will be a default class that gets generated for the business add-in, and that default class will have an interface. It will have an interface, and in this interface we are going to have the business add-ins. So we are going to see this. So there is an interface, and there is a we can create subscreens, we can create function codes, we can create attributes. So all these things can be done through business add-ins. So business add-ins is a one-stop process for doing all the additions. We have seen that in the past we had screen exits for adding the fields, menu exits for adding the menus. So instead of that, we have business add-ins where we can do all the activities. Now here there are two elements for the business add-in. First one is the implementation definition, and the second one is the implementation. So if how to find a baddie definition is what we'll see. But first of all, let's see this transaction codes which we make use of. Let's say we have found out that there is a baddie. Then we can go into a transaction code called SC18 and look at the baddie. SC18. So when we go to SC18, enhancement spots are the latest business add-in implementation. For the classical business add-ins, we'll have the baddie name, and for the enhanced business add-ins, we'll have the enhancement spot. So we can find the business add-in name in the SAP standard program through debugging. We'll see how to find the business add-in name, but later you can check that business add-in name here. And then we can go ahead and implement the implementation for this. Only the baddie definition will be there in the standard program, for which we have to go ahead and implement the implementation in the SC19 transaction. So this is where we actually implement the business add-in. So we'll create implementation for the existing business add-in in the SC19 transaction. So this is the flow of a program exit. We'll have a business add-in definition, and the business add-in definition is been linked to business add-in implementation. Then we have this. So basically, how do we find out the business add-in definition names is we will be setting a breakpoint in CL underscore exit handler, and CL underscore exit handler is a class which will be hit by every transaction code. So in every transaction code, wherever we have business add-in implementation, business add-in programs have been done, it will go and stop there at the CL underscore exit handler, which we will see in the program. We'll do it and see. So first, once we find out the business add-in names, we will we'll make a list of all the business add-ins, and then we will be finding out the definition name, and we'll be creating the implementation for that. So this is how the process is. First step and second step. We'll see that both the steps now. So here we are going to into a program called there will be a standard class called CL underscore exit handler. So in that we will be going ahead with the CL underscore exit handler get underscore instance. This is a method. We are going to go there, set a breakpoint, and then after setting a breakpoint there, we'll run our program, and then we'll find out the baddie name. So what are the list of all the baddies that we have for a particular program? So for example, like let's say we have any functional transaction code. For all the functional transaction codes, we'll have a baddie definition. So we'll go ahead with that later. So I'll show you this on the system. It will be more clear at the time. So finding a baddie. So now CL underscore exit handler is a global class in which we'll have get underscore instance, and that is where we are going to set the breakpoint, and there we have to find out the list of all the baddies, and we will be then analyzing into which baddie definition you have to do the implementation. So we have to first find the baddie definition name, and after finding the baddie definition name, we are going to check that baddie definition in the SE18 transaction, and once it's been seen in the SE18 transaction, we'll go to the documentation for the baddies. This is what we'll have. Okay, let's assume that we have to do some enhancement to a transaction code called MM01. Okay, so first and foremost, whatever might be the enhancement, whether it might be we want to add fields or add screens or whatever might be the requirement, we need to first find out what are the baddie definitions that are being provided in the SAP standard transaction. For this, what we'll do is we will, before running the transaction code, let's say we need it for MM01. In MM01, we have to find out what are the baddies that are there. For example, you want to just add a new field in the main screen, or you want to add one additional subscreen in the tabs of next screen. For example, like you have, I'm going to MM02 so that I can take the existing material. So this is the second screen. Let's say in the second screen you want to add a new tab here. So if you want to add a new tab or something like that, so then for that what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and fix up that. Okay, so we're going to add. So if you want to add a new tab in a SAP standard transaction, first of all we have to know what are the baddies that are there and in which baddie definition we have to do the implementation. So the baddie definitions will be by default given by the SAP system. In the SAP standard program, it will already be there. All that we have to do is do the implementation for that baddie. So let's see the process now. So MM01, and this is the MM02. Yeah, we are using MM02 now. So let's see that now. Okay, so MM02 is what. So before running that, we'll go to SE24 transaction. SE24 will have CL underscore exit handler. This is a SAP standard class, global class. In this we'll have get underscore instance. CL underscore exit handler, get underscore instance. So we need to go into a standard class called CL underscore exit handler. In that we need to log in into get underscore instance method, in which we'll have CL underscore exit handler get class name by interface. So this is where we have to put the cursor on the line number 14 and set a breakpoint. The moment we set a breakpoint and run this, uh, whenever we are running, every time a new class name will get populated. Okay, so now once we have set a breakpoint here at this screen, no matter whichever transaction we will run in the backend, it will go and stop here. Okay, whatever transaction we run, it will come and stop here. So now we are opening the MM01, right? So we have given MM01, we have given 2029, and click on select views. So select views, when I click on select views, it will go to the exit handler here. It will go to the exit handler, and in the exit handler we can find out the desktop tree. So we can find out the exit handler name. So we have something called class name. So class name, when we enter into this debugging, class name will be visible. Exactly. So this is what we have to copy. So now after giving that input, so we have baddie underscore material underscore OD. So this is the exit name. So we need to copy, and this would be the name of the business add-in definition. Okay. So we will be copying that into some notepad or something. We'll be making a list of all the things in notepad. So we have business add-in baddie underscore material underscore OD. Now we'll execute this again. So it will next come back to the screen. So in the baddie layer, you'll have this baddie layer. In the baddie layer, we have this. So these are the different exit names that we have. ECM underscore exit. And this has come here. And now the moment we click this, so B baddie GTIN variable. So in this way, we will get a list of all the business definition, guys. So we'll get the list of all the business definitions, the baddie definitions. So now we will collect. There will be some 10 to 20 business add-in definitions that normally will be there for a particular program. So what we'll do, we'll collect all the business add-in definitions name like this. So for this, what we have done is we went into SE24. Okay, this is a common practice for any transaction code. If you want to find the baddie business add-in definitions, then this is a common flow. We have to go for CL underscore exit handler. This is a standard class. In this, we have to go to a method called get underscore instance. So in that, we have to set a breakpoint at line number 14. This is a count. Then what we get here is the baddie definitions. Okay, baddie definitions. So we'll get a lot of definitions. We'll go into that detail. It will take some time to analyze and find out which baddie is better for us. Then we'll go into this. Let's say we have this baddie definition we have found. Assuming that this is the baddie definition in which we have to write the logic, then we'll first go and go into the SE18 transaction. So before going to SE18 or any transaction, first you remove this breakpoint. If you don't remove the breakpoint, whatever transaction whoever runs in this particular screen, I mean, like in this server, whoever runs any transaction, it goes and stops there. So you always have to make sure you remove the breakpoint. Just want to make sure it is removed. Display get underscore instance line number 14. Yeah, it is removed now successfully. So it's very important for us not to forget to remove the breakpoint. Otherwise, whatever transaction we run will it will go and stop there. Okay. Now we will go to SE18 transaction, and assuming that the baddie name that we have just now found is this one, so we'll just go for display. This will definitely be there. So in the interfaces, we will already by default there will be an interface for this. So interface is something which is like a include program for the classes, right? Wherein we can do some basic implementations. By default, some implementations will be there. So if we double click on this interface, in this by default there are some methods for which we need to do the implementation in the implementation part of this baddie definition. So now that we have the baddie definition here, and now that we know the interface name, we have to keep it like this, and we have to make sure. See, do you remember, if you have an interface assigned to a class, all these methods which are defined in the interface have to be implemented in our class. Okay, so that's what we have learned at that time. So now what we have to do is we have to go to SE19, and in this SE19 we have to go and do the baddie implementation for that particular baddie. So for example, this is the edit implementation now. So we have create new implementation for the enhanced baddie name, not the enhancements for baddie name. So we'll go for this baddie name and display. So it's not there, so we have to create. See here, it should be here. Create implementation. Now you need to give that baddie implementation name, and we need to implement that baddie in the SE19 transaction. How do we do the implementation is what we'll see. Okay, so but this is the common practice for any baddie that you have to do. This is a common practice. We have to find the baddie name, and to find the baddie name, we are going to SE24 and doing that stuff, and then we are coming back and implementing it for in SE19. So this is the process for classical baddies. But for the enhanced baddies that we have, the latest baddies, for that you will be finding out the enhancement spot. So enhancement spot will be found in the standard transaction code. There we have to go and write the logic for enhancing the program. So this is what we'll be doing. So enhancement spot are the latest one. Baddie name is the old one. So now what did you do? We went into the CL underscore exit handler global class, and there we have set a breakpoint in the line number 14 in the get underscore instance method. Then we have found the list of all the classes, all the baddie definitions, and then we come to a conclusion but each baddie definition will have its own functionality. When we go into it and analyze it, we'll understand what is that baddie definition meant for, and at what level it will impact in the standard transaction code. We'll get to know that. So after that, we have to go to SE18, check that, and then we need to do the implementation for that in the SE19 transaction. This is what we are going to do. So this is how we have described classical business add-ins. Now, in the coming session, we'll be discussing the enhancing programs using the classical baddies. So how do we do that? So just now we have seen the process, right? So let's see that now. Let's see that. So here, this is what we have done. Now we have found out a particular baddie definition name. In which transaction have we seen that? We have seen in the SE18, and the screen on the transaction that we are seeing on the screen is SE19, right? Just now we have seen this. So we have done this classical definition. We have clicked on we have given the baddie in which we have to do the implementation. So once we have done that, so it will ask you for the implementation. So we need to write our implementation name. Some implementation name have to be written. Now, once the body implementation name has been given, some random implementation name that we have to give, and that name, inside name, we are using the call method, and we'll be writing the logic there inside that implementation. So once we have done with the implementation part, we just need to activate the implementation, and that's it. So then whatever logic we written, that will affect or impact the standard transaction. So we can do this menu exits in the body. As we discussed, in the menu exits that we have, the conventional menu exits have become obsolete now, and this is how we can do the menu exits in the body. So in the body concept, we'll be doing the menu exits. So same process, but we'll be doing in the body process, in the body style. So we'll find out the body and we'll write that. So we'll have the explaining additional details of the business add-ins, extendable filters, and all these things we'll discuss. We'll discuss that in the next session.